So I will start this video by apologizing in advance. 3 videos in like what? 4 days is a bit too much. I assure you guys, I am just as tired as you are of hearing my voice keep rambling on about information about Project Sekai. But we can't ignore the monthly preview as we have arrived in September, the month of the 3rd anniversary. And I have to start yet another video by being upset at SEGA, which is something I'm not quite fond of being. Some of you already know, but for those not in the know, SEGA decided to cancel this month's Colorful Corner. This is the second time in 6 months' time that we have had our Colorful Corner cancelled entirely, which is quite worrisome to say the least. Especially seeing how important September is as a month with the 3rd anniversary and the massive 3.0 patch releasing at the end of the month. To make up for the lack of a Colorful Corner, SEGA posted 2 roadmaps in citation mark that would cover the entire month. And I'm gonna say right now that I am very disappointed in the information they decided to share with us from these 2 roadmaps, as there is a ton missing from them. Not only are each stamp and virtual item translation missing for every single one of the 3 events we will see this month, other things such as this month's rerun, the paid gachas, and also the logging campaigns are entirely absent from these 2 posts. A lot of information that is very important, seeing as this is an anniversary month. And anniversary months are full packed with different gifts, rewards and gachas to really get you back into the game and get you hyped about playing Project Sekai for another year. This is why I find the cancellation of the Colorful Corner without any further explanation quite unacceptable and annoying, at the same time as I feel it's a worrisome pattern for the EN server. The cancellation of the Colorful Corner also affects this month's showcase, because while the roadmap at least provided us with the dates for all of the events on the EN server and the English translation names, we still have the problem that several of the things I am going to talk about are still unconfirmed. This means that all the information I relay to you in this video that are not the birthdays, the event dates, or the event names is due for change. This can mean changing the date of gachas, their contents, their names, or the contents of different logging campaigns. So be aware that the information I will relay to you will be from the Japanese server, still unconfirmed for its status on the EN server. But with that, let's get into our first section of this video, being the birthdays. And this time around we only have a single birthday girl to celebrate this month, being Emu. Emu will have her birthday live show on September 9th, with her birthday gacha running from September 9th to September 15th. Her birthday card is of the pure attribute, and she will see use during one event, being the event Catch the Criminal Detective Tenma. The event will run from July 9th to July 15th, 2025, and Emu is only ever available with a 50% bonus during this event, meaning that her birthday card is of higher gameplay value for this event. And of course, as always, if you rather pull for Emu's first year birthday card, she will be available as well as a separate gacha. And remember to get your summons in as soon as possible, as a birthday gacha does not stick around for very long. As for this month's rerun, we will see the first rerun of the gacha Before the Storm. On the Japanese server, this gacha reran between the 13th and the 22nd of September. But EN is no stranger to moving rerun gacha dates. We have several cases where the rerun gacha has both been moved forward to an earlier date as early as the 3rd of any given month, and been moved backwards, with the latest date I think is the 26th for any given rerun gacha. So I can absolutely not say for certain when this gacha will arrive on EN. So please stay cautious and keep an eye out for announcements if you wanna summon from the Before the Storm gacha, as the dates of the 13th to the 22nd has a high likelihood of being changed. As for a second rerun, Before the Storm already has its second rerun date confirmed for late June 2025. So if you do not have the crystals available at the moment to pull from the gacha, but you really want these cards, you can wait until June 2025 and summon from the second rerun then. But you cannot wait longer than that, as all limited gachas only get 2 reruns before getting discontinued, which was confirmed on the Japanese server. I will go more into this update in a separate video talking about the new gacha format that was recently launched on the Japanese server, but the most important thing to take away is that all limited gachas will only get 2 reruns before getting discontinued as a separate limited gachas and added into a new gacha pool instead. So June 2025 will be your last shot at the Before the Storm gacha as a separate limited gacha with only these characters rigged up. As for paid gachas, we have quite a few because this is an anniversary month. The first gacha is the Premium Unit Costume gacha that is returning from second anniversary. This gacha costs the standard 3000 paid crystals and does not come with a guaranteed 4-star. There is one gacha per unit, and that gacha only includes cards from said unit. And once you pull from the gacha, you will be guaranteed the unit costume for third anniversary. The second gacha is the Memory Select gacha. This gacha also costs the standard 3000 paid crystals and comes with a Memory Select voucher. This voucher will allow you to pick a free permanent 4-star of your choosing from all the cards available up until the event step by step. And because of this, the pull itself does not come with a guaranteed 4-star and is just a standard gacha pull instead. The final paid gacha arriving with the third anniversary is the limited edition pick list. This gacha will cost 5000 paid crystals and allows you to select 10 different limited cards from Sekai's past, and then you get guaranteed one of those 10 cards. And the limited card pool for this gacha will reach up until Graceful Marriage. If you want a more in-depth explanation of each one of these gachas, you can go over to my Ultimate 3rd Anniversary guide, as I discussed them in full detail there. And if you don't want to watch the full 1 hour and 23 minute video, you can follow the timestamps on screen to find the specific gacha you are looking for. As for the September login campaigns, the water gets a lot more murky. I am pretty certain we will get the 3rd anniversary login campaign that will run from the 30th of September to the 18th of October. Logging in your first day, you get 5000 free crystals and a single 10 pull ticket. And then logging in for 6 more days will reward you 6 more 10 pull tickets, resulting in 7 tickets altogether and 70 free pulls, which is the standard for our anniversaries. The last day you can start this login campaign would be October 11th to make sure you get all 7 of the rewards. And the gacha itself will be available until October 30th. There was some rumblings we might get 3000 free crystals instead for the login campaign and then get the 5000 free crystals during the global anniversary instead. But this is just speculation within the community, and we will just have to wait until SEGA makes an announcement about the login campaign before we can know for certain how many crystals we will get. There might also be a potential second login campaign that would happen on September 27th in that case. On September 27th and only September 27th, 2023, JP got a single 10 pull ticket. This ticket was used in a special gacha and was given out due to the 3rd anniversary livestream. But with the cancellation of the colorful corner and also the fact that we have a very different livestream schedule, this login campaign is very uncertain if it would be transferred over to the global audience. Still, I feel like it's worth mentioning since it was only a single day that this gacha ticket was available, and I want to make sure that everyone gets as many rewards as possible out of the game. There are also some minor login campaigns in the form of the story lead up to 3rd anniversary and also the 3rd anniversary song campaign. I talk more about both of these in detail in the ultimate guide, so following the timestamps on screen you can find your way to where I talk about those specific things in the video and you can get more information through that. And that leaves us with only the September events left to cover. Our first event is Our Precious Memories that will run from September 10th to September 18th. Running alongside the event is the event Gacha Page 1 of Youth that will run from September 10th to September 20th and includes these 3 permanent cards. This is followed by the event Let's Study Hard that will run from the 20th of September to the 28th of September. Running alongside this event is the gacha Phantom Chaser that will run from the 20th of September to the 30th of September. And included in the Phantom Chaser gacha are these 3 permanent cards. And this leaves us with the 3rd anniversary, being called Hello.Good.Day that will run from September 30th to October 10th. Running alongside this event are 2 gachas. The first one is the 3rd anniversary Colorful Festival Dream Pick gacha that will run from September 30th to October 4th. And this gacha includes 2 exclusive cards, being these 2. After the 4th, the Colorful Festival will disappear and be replaced with the standard event gacha. And the name for this standard event gacha was not actually announced, so the placeholder name I will be using is Grow Up With Me. This gacha will run from the 4th of October to the 12th of October and includes these 4 new limited cards. And that summarizes everything you need to know about September month. You can really feel that we are just ramping up until 3rd anniversary, as there isn't a lot happening during September until the 30th when the celebration actually begins. Still, if you want an in-depth guide about everything being changed with the 3.0 patched and everything being added with 3rd anniversary, I would suggest at least giving my ultimate guide a shot, as I go into depth about everything that you need to know about the 3rd anniversary and everything it brings. But if that isn't your cup of tea, this is a condensed version of everything I can somewhat confirm will come to the EN server during September month. Of course, there's always a chance that SEGA might introduce a new paid gacha or login campaign into the middle of the month. But of course that's not something I can speculate in, as I have no insider knowledge or any affiliation with SEGA and can only relay the information that have been officially confirmed or at least was part of the Japanese server. Still, I do find it quite worrisome that the Colorful Corner has been cancelled a second time, as I really think that communication and transparency is very important when having a live service game. I am not saying if they are worse or better than other companies, but I still think it's something they can improve on, as they do have a lack of communication with the EN side from time to time. Especially seeing as it wasn't impossible to make it a full-on Twitter thread with all of the announcements instead of only showcasing the minor roadmaps, that really leaves a lot to be desired. Still, let's not ponder too much on that, as we're getting prepared for 3rd anniversary, and I wanna thank you all for making it to the end of this video. I am always very honored when people watch until the very end to hear me ramble on about my opinions and views on the game. So please, if you have time, subscribe and ring the bell so you get notifications for every single new event guide, general guide or monthly showcase that I post. And while you're down there, also leave a like, share this video with a friend and tell me your opinions on September month and the cancellation of the Colorful Corner. How are you guys feeling about this? But with that, I am exhausted and I am going to take a few days to just breathe out. I'm not gonna keep you here any longer. Let's get out of here for the month.